Well, sounds like the election call is tomorrow. So for you Canadians who need a refresher, or Americans who just want to know how the federal election system works here, I present How the Federal Election System Works Here. Every 4 years, Canardia holds its grand federal election. This sacred ritual involves 338 writings. Now, this is often mispronounced as ridings, but its writings are different. They're ancient scrolls penned by retired Mounties and stored in Tim Hortons franchises across the land. These writings are not to be confused with the aforementioned ridings, which are electoral districts carved into the tundra by lost Zamboni drivers. Each writing sends one representative, known as a candidate, to the House of Commons, a rectangular debate dojo in Ottawa where members shout "point of order" while trying to disrupt proceedings long enough to make the pages stand up. Candidates are chosen through a mysterious process called nomination, which requires a firm handshake, 3 boxes of Timbits, and the solemn blessing of the nearest caribou priest. There are several political parties in Canardia, each representing a diverse range of identical opinions. The major ones include the Liberal Party, centre-left, unless it's snowing, in which case they lean hard into small business subsidies and goose diplomacy. The Conservatives are right of centre, but only while waiting for the Leafs to win a playoff round. They are usually obsessed with tax cuts and mandatory flannel uniforms. The Nouveau Bloc du Fromage, they want independence for the province of Québécois, notwithstanding rights for their sacred poutine archives, and the right to name all newborns Gaston. The NDP are mainly interested in decolonizing traffic lights, reforesting office parks, and turning Parliament into a vertical garden. Now, voters, known as the electorate, are issued ceremonial pencils made of compressed moose antlers. They're then asked to mark an X beside the candidate they most dislike the least. Thanks to Canardia's ancient first-past-the-sled system, the candidate with the most votes, sometimes as many as 27, is declared the winner and is given the password to the Prime Minister's Netflix account. Vote splitting is a revered tradition. It occurs when multiple parties with nearly indistinguishable platforms divide the same voter base, thereby handing victory to whichever party remembered to bring hot chocolate to the polling station. This is not seen as a flaw here, but as a feature, ensuring that every Canardian voter feels equally confused and vaguely betrayed. The national election is overseen by the Chief Electoral Beaver, a nonpartisan rodent sworn to uphold democracy unless tempted with cedar bark. The ballots are then transported via canoe portage to Ottawa, where they're counted by a bipartisan team of retired hockey referees and feral geese. Should no party win a majority, roughly 170 seats, Canardia enters a state known as a hung parliament. During this period, leaders attempt to form coalitions by trading Canadian Tire money, Celine Dion albums, and Nanaimo bars. If they fail, the Governor-General flips the ceremonial loonie, and we start the whole dance again. So, there you have it. The Canardian federal election system is a finely tuned machine of organized chaos. It reflects our nation's deepest values: politeness, indecision, and seasonal affective disorder. Through writings, ridings, and the secret right of vote splitting, Canardia ensures that governance remains just coherent enough to function and just absurd enough to make satire completely redundant.